I'm Ryan Sullivan here with the Buddy News Roundup. I'm also joined by my wonderful co-hosts, Layla and Nathan. Today we got a lot of stories coming to you. Fun tail-wagging co-host, 100 cats rescued from an apartment. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Unfortunately, there was a dog abandoned at the Las Vegas airport. Taking adoption into your own hands, or should I say paws. A stray cat and a stray dog are friends. And you've heard of a stray cat and dog, but have you heard of a stray cow? All of that coming up on Buddy News Roundup. Let's get to it.
All right, let's get started. I think a good place to start is with the stray cow.
There was a cow that was living in the woods. He would break into the horse pastures every day, destroying the fences. He had been on the run for many, many months. Harold had escaped from a family that had purchased him to raise as beef for their family. He really needed to be rescued. The woman came running across the field and she was like, "Are you trying to catch my cow?" And I said, "We would like to try, but we're not going to do that if you're just going to take him back and serve him as a meal." She signed him over to us right then and there. That's when we were really able to start the process of trying to figure out how to catch a cow that nobody could catch. The police department tried to catch him. The fire department tried. So many, many people had tried many, many times to capture him. He got away 4, 5, 6 times. He was finally captured. It was almost like he made the decision that he was ready. As soon as he got to our farm and saw the other cows there, he realized that he was going to have friends. He ran out of the trailer and immediately ran in with our cows. And we had another cow that was a newer rescue named Dexter, and they bonded immediately. I think Dexter was looking for a best friend. And Dexter started grooming him and taking care of him, and it was just really beautiful. So the two of them bonded very quickly. I think that Harold was happy to be in a safe place with lots of cow friends. He knew as soon as he got there that everything was going to be okay. I feel like he has earned his right to sanctuary.
He has definitely earned his right to sanctuary. What a sweet story. I can't imagine, taking a hike in some woods and coming across a stray cow. And he just looked kind of shaggy and kind of like, things aren't going so well. I love that he's got friends now. That's really important. And he's just living his best life.
Well, instead of a cat burglar, we've got a cow burglar because he's breaking into people's property daily. I think it's a really sweet story. I love that he found a friend immediately that helped him and stuck by him. And I just think he's super cute. And I didn't really know until we started this whole adventure that there were rescues that took on like cows, animals like cows and bulls. And like there's all kinds of animals that go into these rescues. And I just think it's a really sweet story.
I agree. And, here's the thing. I love steak, but, this is why I can't, have cows, because then they become unedible. And I really enjoy steak. My wife wanted to get a Highland cow if we bought some land, one of those the, like emo looking cows.
Yeah, they're so cute.
And yeah, they're adorable. And I was like, I don't know, because then like might be a little hard next time I meet a steak, you know. But I love that there are people out there rescuing cows. That's great. All right, you want to get on the next story? We'll
Let's
keep this strays theme going.
Nathan, we need to keep moving along.
Oh, nice. I like it.
Someone was going to make the moo joke, and I knew it was going to be him.
Oh my goodness.
I was in my garage.
Oh, honey.
I had my garage all the way open. I kind of see this little creature just walk past my garage and jump into my car.
Oh my gosh.
Immediately that night, I brought him a little bit of food, I talked to my husband a little bit about it, and so we decided to keep him in the garage that night. Immediate thought was, oh my goodness, he has mange.
Hey, honey. Hey, honey. I can't I can't touch you. I'm sorry, honey. I can't touch you.
I have kids. I already have a dog. And I was like, if we want to help this dog, how are we going to do this to where we don't catch anything as well?
I think he's probably a very pretty dog.
He looked scared, defeated, just wore out. The following day, we made the plan to take him to see the vet.
Look who's back from the vet. Let me see you.
They pretty much told us that it looked like he'd been out there for many months.
Oh, he's attached to the car. He jumped right back in. But we just found out this is not mange. It is just a really bad skin allergy to the fleas that have been nibbling on little guy.
When we found out that he was not contagious, we pretty much immediately brought him in.
Wow. Crazy. I'm glad they brought him in. I'm glad, they look at the little boy. He's happy. He already has a dog, but now he's got two. And I'm not a dog expert. I love dogs, but I knew it's somewhere in the back of my mind that's not going to be mange. It's just going to be an effect of him having been outside and for a long time. And I love that the dog's taking things into his own paws. Right? I'm going to get in this car. I'm not going back out there. And even when she opened the door after that first night, he was like right at the door, like, "Let me in, please." But still being sweet, but he wants to go inside.
Who doesn't love a hitchhiking puppy?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen those stories of animals that have mange. I always love to see the after and how like beautiful they are and how happy they are once they've been, in a home for so long and been loved and taken care of. And I don't know, sometimes I get so sad when I see them, and I worry about these animals that are out for months and months and months. Like, it's just, how do they, I wish they could talk, because I'd love to hear their adventure stories, because it's wild.
Yeah.
I'm glad he
The fact that he jumped in there and that there are people in this planet that are like, this was meant to be. Stray dog jumps in my car. It's meant to be. I can't say no. And I love that part of the story. And, I'm sure that the fur all came back and he's living the good life, fat and happy,
I wish a dog would jump in my car. Then Ryan wouldn't make me give it back.
Just drive around with your door open.
I'm going to try it.
What
I'm
could
gonna try
possibly
it.
go wrong? All right, next one. We'll go to Las Vegas.
Shocking videos showing a woman at Rhode Airport tying her dog up and then leaving him behind when he wasn't cleared to travel. That owner is now facing charges.
The dog is safe thanks to employees and officers jumping in to help. 8 News Now anchor Sasha Loftus filed this story earlier tonight.
That dog deserted at a Terminal 3 ticket counter. It's been a rough few weeks, but thanks to airport employees and a local rescue that stepped up, he now has a chance at a new life.
A disturbing moment caught on camera. A woman abandons her dog at Rhode Airport.
What we're going to do is we're going to walk you back to where your dog's at, and then when you get issue a citation.
Metro Police seen speaking to 26-year-old Jamarian Bryson and later arresting her after officers say she tied her dog to a metal baggage sizer and went to board after trying and failing to register him as a service dog for the flight. Several airport employees at the JetBlue ticket counter stepped in to help and got him into the right hands.
We're very excited to have this boy in our rescues. He's so gentle.
Retriever Rescue of Las Vegas has since taken him in and aptly called him JetBlue.
One of our adopters is a police officer, and she was on scene with him. When she saw that, he needed a rescue, she reached out to me immediately.
After a 10-day hold with animal control, the dog is neutered, vaccinated, with a foster, and ready for his forever family.
We want to make sure, of course, he gets the best family. That's what's important now, is we never let him down.
What started as a tough turn of events.
Our entire city basically came together for this dog.
Has transformed into an unexpected story of hope.
We promise him that he will never, ever be abandoned again.
Now, Retriever Rescue says they already have around a dozen applications for JetBlue. If you're interested in adopting him, we have more information on our website, 8newsnow.com. Reporting at Rhode Airport, Sasha Loftus, 8 News Now.
Now, police say the dog owner, Bryson, did not attempt to reclaim the dog during that 10-day hold period. She now faces multiple charges, including animal abandonment and resisting arrest. She's due in court at the end of March.
Terrible story with a very happy ending. I am just amazed that I'm not amazed that somebody would try to sneak a service dog in when the dog is not a service dog. I think we hear about that all the time, or we've been out and about and encountered that. But then I'm just going to tie up the dog in the airport and no one's going to know, obviously. And, JetBlue seems like a very sweet, little dog. And in the period where she tied him up, people were going over petting him. And so I'm glad this dog's going to have a happy ending. Layla?
I think my face says it all, and I'm not going to pull any punches. I'm only sad that they blurred her face. They should absolutely throw the book at her. People like this do not deserve dogs, and she should never be allowed to own another pet. I don't understand this behavior. I will never understand it. I have not one nice thing to say. I am so happy that the dog is going to be in a better place. I guess that's a nice thing to say, but I hope they throw her in jail and she never gets out.
I agree. I agree completely. I try not to judge people, but man, just what a horrible person. I mean, there's no way to say it. That's just a horrible reaction to just going to abandon the dog. We as a species just don't deserve dogs for sure.
We absolutely do not. I don't know how you could do it. And I will just tell a fast story. When we were moving from California to Texas, we had a sick animal and I didn't want to drive him. So we made the decision to fly him. And Ryan sat in the cell phone lot at the airport for the hour and a half it took for me to make sure that we got through security and that when I got on the plane, they didn't say something like, oh, you're going to have to put him in cargo. Oh, you're going to because I was like, well, I'm just not going to take this flight. And Ryan was waiting for me because that's how important it is to be a responsible pet owner. They're part of your family. What is wrong with you? I can't.
Yeah. The difference, I think, between us who, love our pets as members of the family and then, other people, All right. Well, let's go with something more uplifting.
I need a Zen moment, Nathan.
Story.
No more sad stories.
Let's go pick our spirits back up.
Yes.
Stray cat and dog becoming friends. Who doesn't love a story like that? So let's check that out.
She'll be waiting for us morning and night. Every day she knew our schedule.
Let's go see if the kitty's waiting for us, Mila.
Then as soon as she hears us come out, she'll jump out from anywhere and start following us around.
Oh, kitty, what are we gonna do with you?
She's following my dog next to her, rubbing up against her. She wouldn't give my dog Mila any personal space. Sometimes she would just stop, turn around, stare at me. I would have to pick my dog up and carry my dog back home because we just couldn't get to my house. She used to come to my patio every day. It was getting cool because it was during the winter time. I just decided just randomly one day to just take her in. I was never a cat person. I don't even think I really ever been around a cat. I don't think I've ever touched a cat. She's not used to being indoors. She was really scared. She wasn't scared of my dog. With me, she was still hesitant and kept her distance. Mila did her best to try to make her feel comfortable. It took her a while to get used to being indoors. And then slowly she started going back to her normal routines of being obsessed with my dog.
Love it. I like that during the walking part, Mila was like, who is this? Who is this cat that keeps trying to take over my walk? And the cat's face too, in being in the carrier, like, wait, hold on. I didn't sign up for this. I just wanted to come on a walk with you guys. I didn't sign up to be taken to the vet. But looks like they have a happy ending. And, once again, these animals are taking this stuff into their own hands. Like, hey, I want a foster home. I want a friend. I'm going to make it happen.
I love the boots on the dog. I'm going to need to know all about the boots on the dog. This is a new thing. I like that the owner was like, what are we going to do with you? Well, duh, you're going to take her home because that's what you do. And that she thought there was some component of personal space with cats. She looks just like my cat, Gigi. Like she even moves a lot like Gigi. She's got that question mark tail. Yeah, they don't know personal space. They don't care about your personal space. But when they want their space, you're going to give it to them. It's adorable. And I love that she just decided that dog was her friend. And that's that. Hopefully they get her a harness and they can take them on leashes, like on walks together. Cats always want to go back out. Like if you rescue one from the outside, but after a little bit, like it's not safe for them out there to just be out. But after they're in for a little bit, they get used to it. Super cute.
It was wild. I think that I kept thinking like how opposites attract. Like that cat was just in love with that dog, and it made me think of I'm gonna go old school to the Paula Abdul video of Opposites Attract. Do you remember this music video?
Cat?
Yes, and it was like, wasn't it a cartoon of like a dog and a cat, right? Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, that's what it made me think of, was the Opposites Attract, because they but she just was obsessed, clearly.
No one hummed the song because we don't want to get dinged for copyright infringement.
Yeah.
That's your COO talking.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Absolutely. All right. So we did, I think it was last week or the week before, we talked about how many cats is too many cats. And
there's no limit.
In this story, this story shows is not so much the number of cats, but the living conditions. So don't get enraged. Well, maybe you will get enraged. We'll see.
Probably.
After nearly 100 cats were rescued from a Woonsocket apartment, a local vet is calling on responsible pet owners for help. Good evening and thanks for joining us at 11. I'm John Perrick. The night team's Devin Bates joins us live in studio to explain how a rescue of this magnitude could help save other pets living in similar conditions. Devin.
Yeah, John, the Rhode Island SPCA has called this rescue one of the most significant cases they've seen, but unlike most cases, the person who had been keeping these cats in their apartment is the one who called for help. After living together under one cramped roof in a Woonsocket apartment, the Rhode Island SPCA is hopeful these cats are well on their way to a better life. Local veterinarian Dr. Dan Simpson knows all too well how fortunate it is this 100 feline fiasco is now under control.
In the real bad situations that I've looked at, you go in and there are actually deceased cats, kittens that have died, emaciated, starving animals, animals with disease, especially respiratory disease.
As the cats are now safely under the care of the RISPCA, Dr. Simpson hopes the attention-grabbing case is a wake-up call for anyone in over their head with too many pets. Make the same decision this owner did. Call for help before it's too late.
I think we can all look at this as a mental health issue, and as with any mental health issue, it seems to be very difficult for the individual to seek help. I think if someone's on the outside looking in, we ought to get some help involved, and that person can call and make a request.
He adds that with a sudden influx of this many cats, the RISPCA can't do it alone. Once these cats get all the rehabilitation they need, he's hoping local pet owners are willing to open their hearts and homes.
Neighboring shelters will pitch in, and the public needs to pitch in and say, I have room for one of these guys. Why don't we foster it in my home? And that way we can tame these guys and keep them homebound.
Now, if they went over your heart, the cats aren't up for adoption just yet, as they're currently getting vaccines and medical attention. For now, the RISPCA is asking for monetary and cat food donations. In the studio tonight, Devin Bates, NBC 10 Night Team.
I think I believe it was a vet. I think he had it 100%. This is a mental health issue, and it's a hoarding issue. And I'm very glad that person decided that, you know what, this isn't working. 100 cats in a apartment is just a very sad story. I hope they get adopted out or fostered out first. And yeah.
Plot twist, they called the ASPCA on themselves. Didn't see that coming, but happy that they did. I like to joke that there is no limit on how many cats you should have, but apparently there is. And they hit that limit long ago, especially in the space. But
Yeah,
I would
once
also
the
like to
limit
say
is
we could foster one or two of them. We have the
the limit is
space.
4.
No.
Yes, and what I do, if any of our viewers are in the Rhode Island area, I think it'd be great for them to plan to adopt them when they're ready to, because they probably need the special attention they weren't getting with 100 siblings.
That's a good call
Yeah,
on
I
it,
mean,
and I think something else I like to mention too, and I mention it usually on most of our shows, is hey, a pet can be a real good partner for a senior. Obviously, we need to make sure the senior can take care of the pet. Maybe a cat's more their speed, a little bit lower maintenance than a dog. But think about the older people in your life that are living alone or kind of lonely. It could really do wonders with a pet.
And on that note, for those of our viewers who are in the New York area, this just came out, just released. Here are some pets you might want to adopt that are up for adoption now. Check it out.
All right, it is time for a special Wednesday morning edition of our Pets of the Week segment.
All these sweet animals are available for adoption right now through Metro Animal Care and Control. First up, we have Motorola, who is a sweetheart who loves spending time with her favorite people. Walks with Motorola are a lot of fun. Just don't be surprised if she spends a lot of time right up against you throughout that walk. Motorola knows getting outside every day is good for you and herself, so daily walks are a must. Motorola is about 5 years old and weighs 45 pounds.
I love these names. So Blizzard is always game for adventure as long as it's a chance to experience life and spend some time with you. So Blizzard is a sweet and affectionate pup, does really well with others, people and dogs. Blizzard is a big fan of treats and already knows how to sit in order to get a treat. He's very smart, so it's obvious Blizzard will be earning lots of treats for many new skills that he learns. Blizzard's about 2 years old and weighs 65 pounds.
So sweet. Next up, we have Squiggle, my favorite name of the morning. Squiggle is a sweet dog who would do great in a home where playtime is prioritized. This handsome fella is a happy guy who makes everything more fun. Now, Squiggle is interested in other dogs, so joining a family with a resident dog might be a good option. Squiggle is a lot of fun and is happy, just ensuring your day is a little brighter by being a part of it. It's about 2 years old and weighs 59 pounds.
Now, just a reminder, all these pets are available for adoption right now. Just go to 24 Pet Connect and punch in the Nashville 37211 zip code to find all these animals and more.
Nashville, not New York City. Yeah.
Nashville. If you're in the Nashville area, we've got some relatives out there, and you need a dog, that looks like a great dog roundup for you to potentially adopt.
Ryan, if you had to adopt one of those dogs, Blizzard, Squiggle, which one, one of those grab you that you're like,
Yeah.
I would take that one.
So I'm thinking Blizzard because he knows
Me
how
too.
to sit up and beg. So he seems, all the dogs seem real sweet. Like you could teach him some tricks and he'd be good for that. So that'd be like a fun dog to have.
So Layla, just drive to Nashville, leave
Don't
your
have to-
car door open, and
Drive slow.
yeah, Blizzard.
Yep.
Yeah,
Put
and
some
you'll be
treats
set.
in there.
Right.
Drive real slow.
Yeah.
Look, I love this idea of pets of the week on the news. I think that the more attention, we've talked about this before, where if like you share if you see one come across your feed and you share it, that's helping get the word out. I think that's a light, fun, like the news is so depressing anymore. It would be great if more news channels did something like that, where you could draw attention to some of these babes that need homes. So that was my takeaway on this is more small towns doing in their local news, doing something like this would really help clear the shelters, which is what we need.
I agree completely. Adopt, don't shop. I'm a big fan of it. So I love it. Love the adopt stories. And I think that's all the stories we got today.
Well, great. That's a great news roundup. We'll do it again in a week.
Thanks, everybody.